Halloween, a night when the boundary between the living and the dead grows thin, and the ordinary world transforms into a realm of shadows. Costumed figures roam the streets, but behind these playful disguises lies a deeper, darker tale, a story rooted in ancient rites and restless spirits.
Meant to get this unsanctioned graveyard solo overnighter done for you guys last year. But unfortunately we're being hit with what's being called an atmospheric river. So in this video, not only will we be focusing on wardrobe continuity, but we'll also be heading out of territory a little earlier this year in order to ensure better weather. Let's see what we can do about upping the ante here. Okay, so maybe not all that stealth. Let's get to what we're meant to.
A little blood is drawn. Night owls out there.
The fourth name is Rashakusha, or Repiricus, the kindest of the 50 and the most beneficent. I conjure thee, O ancestor of the gods. I summon thee, creature of darkness, by the words of darkness. I summon thee, creature of hatred, by the words of hatred. I summon thee, creature of the wastes, by the rites of the wastes. I summon thee, creature of pain.
Discovering this site years ago hopping freight, the hobo jungle just up the embankment behind us. This was the first marker that was ever here. These all followed in succession over the last decade.
I summon and call thee forth from the abode in darkness. I evoke thee from thy resting place in the bowels of the earth.
That aforementioned train line forwarding all kinds of creepy ambiance.
I summon thee, creature of the wastes, by the rites of the waste. I summon thee, creature of pain, by the words of pain. I summon thee and call thee forth from thy abode in darkness. I evoke thee from thy resting place in the bowels of the earth. May the dead rise and smell the incense.
We do have this road that traffics a bridge over the Fraser River, and we're getting a bit of night shine, or like eye shine you get from an animal when they cross, so we'll have to do something about that. Okay, so that's us up there. Line from the front. Party in the back. That'd be a train. And don't mind the hissing noise, it's just the runoff coming down the culvert on the other side of our tent as you enter the graveyard, as you saw. So this is where we are. And we'll obviously show you guys around in the morning, but for now, the cover of darkness. Up goes the pup. Our humble abode.
Legend has it that it was written by the Dark Ones. Necronomicon ex mortis.
Pretty simple loadout. We've got our Evil Dead on the iPad on our oscillating fan, which makes little to no sense. We've got our string lights set up, our bear scare on the ready, got our keys nearby, and the alarm alarmed, so that a simple button press can ward away any predators or people. Anyway, we're going to get into this movie, and we'll see you in the morning. Seriously, somebody called the fuzz. I kid. Just always wanted to use that light. Well, despite the sigil and incantation, last night remained pretty uneventful. Other than this native fellow who came by around 10 o'clock with his dog. They stopped, said hi, and then proceeded to disappear into the graveyard. There you go. So here's what we're looking at. That's our setup. That's our woof. And we jump right out to the Fraser River. We've got a little gold pan runoff right here that goes up to our embankment.
Kind of looks like a gold sluice.
That we came and peeked out at yesterday. Suiting, given that we're on the Gold Rush Trail. There's the road that cuts over to the bridge. And here's our setup from last night. Of course, we're not going to tell you exactly where we are. That would just be cheating. So we went out and grabbed some of the local foliage, tossed it over our headlights and license plate and whatever. As people were coming down and crossing over the bridge to the reserve on the other side. See the pull of the current in the Fraser and the deadly drop we've got below. Yeah, so I'm going off today because it might grab some strange attention during the day, and we'll go check out the grave sites now that we're in the light. Be sure to hit subscribe and notify to get a heads up of Graveyard Overnighter Part 2 and come with us for our walk through the graveyard during the day, coming out next week.